Hello everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new review concerning the SU-152, the Tier 7 Russian tank destroyer. You already know this tank. Of course, I'm doing this review just because I wanted to... This weekend I was playing this tank and I was like, hey, you know what? I want to derp something. And I didn't want it to play with my Smasher or some tanks that I overuse. And I went, hey, you know what? Maybe I could actually try to use my SU-152. I didn't play it for a very long time just to see how it performs now. And oh my god, was it fun, man. I enriched the tank straight away because you already know why, man. The gun on this thing is just amazing. Let's talk about the pros and the cons after how we play it and after why everybody in this goddamn game should have one SU-152 in its garage. Concerning the pros and the cons. Concerning the gun, first. The gun, you have the choice. You have three different guns. You have the first one, which is the one I'm currently playing with, and you also have two others that are more like 400 alpha damage with good accuracy, etc, etc. Usually, you should go for the top gun on every single tank. But for the SU-152, it's different. Because the funniest gun is the first one, thanks to two things. The first one is it has a 640 alpha damage gun. And with HEs you can climb up to more than 900 HP, meaning if you fall on tier 6 you are probably gonna be able to one-shot all of them if you manage to penetrate them. Which makes it one of the funniest tanks ever in World of Tanks Blitz. Also, maybe one thing you need to know concerning the other's gun, it's useless. It's not gonna prepare yourself for the SU-152 because the SU-152 is running with a 640 alpha damage gun. So if you really want to have a taste of what the SU-152 feels like, I should definitely advise you to take the first gun on the SU-152. It will allow you not to force on unlocking guns, but I think you have to unlock them anyway because that's the way to get to the SU-152. And also because with this tank you need to be careful about what you're doing. Even if it's a lot of fun, you still need to play it correctly. And how do you want to play it correctly? It's really simple. With this tank it's support and support only. For example here, what did I do? I didn't went straight on the T-34, I waited for him to shoot. Also I went for some kind of circling position where I took my TD off a bush to be able to get to the T-25-2, which was a one-shot for me. We managed to put in 800 damage, something like this. So yeah, why do you need to play it in support? Because you don't have any armor. You're lucky if people bounce you, because usually people are gonna bounce you on your huge gun mantlet. It's possible. Honestly, if people shoot at your gun mantlet, you're gonna make them bounce, but it's really rare. And of course also you have a really bad gun dispersion, so it's either you can snapshot if the tank is at less than 20 meters away from you, or you wait for your circle to be completely full before shooting. Except of course if you're in an emergency, and here you have to shoot straight away. But yeah, that's the main thing about this tank, and that's what makes it funny, the 900 alpha damage with HE. If you don't like HEs, or if you know you're not gonna use HEs with this tank, don't even bother playing the first gun. Go for the last one. It's gonna be painful for you not to know how fun the tank is when you play it with the first gun, but that's your decision and I respect that. So now let's talk about why you wanna have it in your garage. I think it's pretty clear by now because of the gun. I mean, it's all about the gun on this one. How many times you saw on YouTube videos of people, lols, word of lols, etc, with the SU-152. And there are mainly two reasons, because you have to understand one specific mechanism that is currently working in World of Tanks Blitz. The bigger your caliber, the bigger your alpha damage, the bigger the damage you're gonna do on modules. Which means it's easier to ammo rack or to destroy anything on the tank with an SU-152 than it is, for example, with an AMX 3075 or a T-25-2. And that's what is beautiful about this tank, because let's say that in average, when you shoot 6 to 7 shots, maybe one of them is gonna be an Amarak, which makes it even funnier when it's an Amarak with HE shells. So yeah, clearly you want to have it in your garage. I mean, if you don't have it in your garage, what game are you even playing? This is one of the top 3 tanks to have in your garage and to play frequently when you are bored of your teammates, when you are bored of everything. Because you don't really need to play it correctly, you don't care with the SU-152, you're just here to put one HE shell straight in the ass of your opponents. Of course, try to remember to be useful to your team, don't go YOLO just for your precious one-shot HE and die, because if you do only 1000 damage, it's not gonna be enough for your team to win. But if you manage to stay in a support role in the back and play with HE, you win the game. Because I mean, you can go up to 1.1k damage. It's nearly a one-shot for a tier 7, and it's a one-shot for every single tier 6 in this goddamn game. So yeah, you clearly want one of these in your garage. Now, and another question that is frequently asked in stream is, oh god, look at this, 992 damage, poor Panther. So yeah, I was saying, one question you frequently ask me in stream is, should I run the SU-152 with calibrated shells, or, oh gosh, Type 64, rip, or the Gunrama? I know myself, I'm playing it with the Gunrama because I don't really care about calibrated shells. It doesn't change that much to me. But you can run it both. If you run it with Gunrama, you're gonna have one less second of reload. Sometimes it saved my ass, so it saved me more than the lack of HE penetration saved me. That's why I'm running with the Gunrama. But you can also try the calibrated shells. I mean, there are no perfect configuration, so you can try whatever you want. Also, look at this. We missed the IMX M4 FL10 here. You need to be really careful with your gun dispersion. I know I already talked about it, but really be careful with this. You have something like 0.40 or maybe even more. I don't remember the exact one. All I know is that this tank is clearly not accurate. What you need to know and to do with this tank is to fully aim, never try to go YOLO, or you're gonna, except if Stalin is with you. If Stalin is with you, you're gonna have an amazing RNG, but it's not the case at every single game. Now, one thing also that is boring with this tank is the lack of gun depression. You clearly don't have the best gun depression at all, so you need to be careful where you place yourself in the support. We already know where we need to be. We need to be in a support role in the back, but you need to remember one last thing. When you place your tank, make sure to be on flat ground, because usually SU-152 and gun depression combines very badly. Now that it's being said, let's just enjoy how destructive this tank is. I just want to remind you, we had one Amarak so far, or one Amarak in one game. It's already enough, and boom, second Amarak, because your gun caliber is so huge, you can just destroy everything with your damage per modules. That's why I want everyone seeing this video to buy the SU-152. I also want you to tell me in the comments your best shots with the SU-152. And if you're interested, maybe I could do a compilation of your best shot in the SU-152 only. That could be funny. I mean, a compilation of more than 1000 damage per shot with this, with HE, could be incredible. So you tell me in the comments if you're interested about this idea. I'm gonna leave you here. Hope you enjoyed the review. And trust me guys, as soon as you're gonna have the SU-152 in your garage, you're gonna adopt it. Thank you all for watching, and see you soon.